Welcome back to the Snippet Coder, and we are back with another video, and this is the second video of our news application series. In this video we are going to create custom WordPress API, and also we are going to learn how to create any type of WordPress API with few lines of code. So before starting the video, if you are new to our channel, subscribe the channel by clicking on the subscribe button and click the bell icon to get notified about our latest video. Thank you. So for the categories, we are going to use this existing API which is in our WordPress, that is categories. That route name is category. So here we are getting all that IDs and count here, description also, but we required only two things, that is ID and that name, that is category name. So we are not going to create any custom API for that category because our purpose is getting solved from this API. For that other API we have to create a custom API. The reason being that, so here you can see this is the API, that is post API, and if you see here we are getting the data here, but we are getting all the unnecessary data also, and here you can see we are getting the extra field also. So just to minimize our API so that we can get the minimum JSON from the server in our application, so that our application will be faster. So for that purpose we have to create a custom API, and here we are getting all the unnecessary thing also. So we require the minimum variables only. So for that we are going to create the custom API. So first of all we have to go to our WordPress application folder, and from there we have to go to the wp-includes folder, and there we can see one file name, that is function.php, and we have to open that file in the notepad. So this is the file where we are going to create our custom APIs and all in the WordPress. And now we will go to the bottom of the page, and here we will add the actions here. So basically action as the hooks that WordPress code launch at the specific point during the execution and when specific events occur. So here we will add our first action, add action. So here we have to provide a name, REST underscore API underscore initialize. Then we have to define a function, and from here we will register our routes here. And here first parameter we have to provide, that is namespace, and we have wp/v2. Then we have the route name here, and the first route we are creating, that is latest -post. Then we have to provide the array here. First array item is methods, and we are calling here get request. Now we have the callback here. Callback is that function which we are going to create in this function.php file. So whenever any route is called, that API is called, this function will be called behind the scene. Get underscore latest underscore post by category. So we will register one more route here, register underscore rest underscore route. Then we have the same namespace wp/v2. Then we have the route name here, and route name we are giving it post details. Then we have the array here. So here I have the method, that is get request. Then we have the callback here, get post by ID. So here we will close the bracket here. Our add action is completed. So now we will add the callback functions here. So we will create the first function here, function get underscore latest post by category. and in the parameter we are passing a request, and here we will get the arguments which we are going to pass in our function array. And then we have the category here, and here we will take the category ID from our request, that API request, as a parameter request. Then we will pass here name of our parameter in the query string, that is category underscore ID. Then we will create one variable here, and in the PHP we have to provide a dollar sign with all the variable names and all. Dollar post is equal to get underscore post, and this is the method which is inbuilt in our WordPress, that is get post, and it will get us the post on the basis of the argument which we will pass here. And we are passing here $args. Now here we will check if empty, if we not receive any record from that by calling that function, that is get underscore post. Then we will pass here error $post, and here we will return new wp underscore error empty underscore category. There is no post in this category. And the status code we are passing here, status 404, that is not found. Then we will create one more variable here outside this condition, $post underscore list is equal to, and we will initialize with empty array. Then we will create here loop, for each loop, and we will pass here post as post, and here we will also get the category also, post underscore category is categories is equal to wp underscore get underscore post underscore categories, and here we will pass $post, and we will get the ID. So for getting any variable name from any object, this is the object post, and this is a variable inside that object. So for getting any post, and we have to pass this hyphen, then we have to pass greater than sign. So in the other application we do in this way, post dot ID, in the dot we are using in this way, but here in the PHP we have to do in this way. So what it's doing, we are getting all the category of that post by calling this method, that is wp get post categories, and we are passing here ID, and we are filling this variable with this categories and all. Then we will create one array here, cats is equal to array, and here we will create loop, because every post has the multiple category also, but in our case we have to pass in the API as a single category only. And here we will create for each loop, post underscore categories as C, cat is equal to get category, and we have to pass this, and here cats array is equal to cat, then we are picking here name. So we are filling this array with all the category names inside that array. So now here We will fill this post underscore list array, and we will create here object, and here we will create a new object that is id, and the id we are passing here dollar post, and we are picking here id here. Then we have to pick the post id here, post date here, and we are picking that also from our post object, post underscore date. Then we have to pick the title here, that post title, dollar post, and here post underscore title. Then we have the category here, category underscore name, and here we have array underscore values, and here we are passing array name cats, and we are picking the only first value from that array by giving the index of 0. And then here we have to pick the image URL. So for the image URL we have to create another function, so that part we will cover later on, and here we will comment that code, and here we will create one variable of response is equal to new of wp rest response, and here we will pass this array post underscore list, and here we will pass the status also, and here we are setting the status, set status 200. Then we will return here dollar response. So this API is ready. So let's see in the browser also, is it working or not. Now we will test our first API from the browser, because we are doing the HTTP GET request, so we can access from the browser also. So here we have to pass that URL of that API. So I am doing in the local, so I will provide the IP address here. Then here I have the name of the application, news-app /wp-json / the namespace which we are providing in the API add action, that is wp-v2 WordPress version 2. Then here we have to provide a route name, and the route name is latest -post, and here we have to provide category name, and category ID is equal to 1. So now I hit the URL. So now you can see here that API is coming, and here we are getting ID, then we are getting here post date, then we are getting a title also, and then we are getting here category name also. So image URL is not coming, that part we will cover on later on. So in case if I provide any invalid category ID, so I have provided the invalid category ID, that is 95, which is not in my application. So here I am getting code which we have provided, that is empty underscore category, and the message we are getting here, there is no post in this category, and the data we are getting a status, that is 404. So now we will create our second method, and that is function get underscore post by ID, and here also we will provide the parameter, that is request. Then here we are providing one variable, that is post is equal to, and we are calling here get underscore post function, that is an inbuilt of WordPress, and here we have to provide request, and here we have to provide the ID. So this function will give us the post detail. On the basis of the post ID we will provide in the URL. Then here we have the categories, post underscore categories is equal to wp underscore cat underscore post categories, and here we will provide post, and here we have to provide the ID. Then we will create here object for that post output, and we will name it as a post underscore output. And then we have the object here, and the first variable will be ID, $post, and here we are getting the ID here. Then we have to get the post date, and we are getting from post, and here we have the post underscore date. Then we have the title here, and here we have the post, and here we will get the post underscore title. And then we have the category name here, and we are getting the category in a different way, not like the other way. In the previous function we have used our for each loop. Just to explain you that we can also pick the multiple category also, and here we are doing in a different way, and here we are getting category name, and here we will call cat underscore category, and this is the inbuilt function of WordPress. And here we have to pass category ID, and here we have to pass post categories array, and here we will get the first item from the array, and then we will get the name here from this function. Then we have the image URL that we will cover later on, and before that we will pass post underscore content, and this is the HTML content of that particular post, and post, and here we will get post underscore content. And here we have the response, new WP REST response, and here we are getting post output, and we are just passing that object in our WP REST response. And here we will set the response status, set status 200. Then we will return here, return response. So let's see in the browser, is it working or not. So here we will copy this URL and we will paste here, and here we will pass a name of the route, that is, and this is the route, that is post -details, post -details. Now here we are passing the ID here, that is 1, we are passing a 1. Now you can see here we are getting the post detail here on the basis of the ID which we have passed, and here the ID is 1, then we have the post ID, then we have the post date, then we have the title, then we have the category name, then we have the post content. Then you can see here in the post content we are getting all the HTML here. So now we will create a function to show the image also, image URL. So for that we have to write one function here. And the name of the function is function get underscore post underscore feature underscore images, feature underscore image. And here we are passing the post ID here, post underscore ID. and we will create one object here, array object. Then we will create an array here, arguments is equal to array, and the first parameter is post per page is equal to one. And then we have the order here, and the order we are getting a ascending order. And then we have the post mem type, that is image. And then we have the post parent here, and the parent we will pass here post id. And then we have the post type here, and that is attachment. So now here we will create one more variable here, attachments is equal to, and here we will call that inbuilt function of WordPress, get underscore children, and here we will get pass the arguments here. And then here we will return wp underscore get underscore attachment image underscore src, and this is the inbuilt function of WordPress, and we are just passing this attachment here. On the basis of that, we are getting the URL from the database, and here we are passing array underscore values. And then we are getting a first element from the array. And then here we are getting the ID here, and here we are passing the name as a app hyphen thumb. And here we are getting the first element here. So now here in our previous function we will pass here image underscore URL, and here we will call this function get underscore post underscore feature image, and here we are passing here post ID, and the same we will copy here also. So now let's see in the UI. We will refresh the browser here, and here in the latest post, now you can see here that URL is coming here, image URL. And if we go here and we will reload the browser here also, so here you can see that image URL is coming. So that's all in this video about our custom API setup in WordPress. So in the next video, that will be a bigger video regarding the GetX integration with the API and in our UI integrations, and there we will get the fully functional application working with the GetX and that APIs which we have created in our WordPress. So I hope you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like, comment, share. It will motivate me to do more and more videos. Thank you all.